Yes, peoples. Welcome back to another episode of the Stockroom podcast. Where I'm here with the guys. I'm here with the man them.
Yes,
and we have a lovely lady sitting beside us.
Yes.
Ladies first. So, how are you, Latya?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's nice to have you. Thank you for joining us today.
Of course.
Your first podcast episode.
Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, your first. Hey! Look at that.
Guys, if that's not enough for you to like, comment, and subscribe, we're listening. We're doing everything one by one. But yeah, Latya. Sorry, I need to. Latya.
It's like a Latya.
Like L-U-H.
And you know what?
Latya.
They used to color grade Lutz. Oh, but she like color. She colors the.
That's a deep one.
Right.
You didn't think of that one. You didn't think of that one. How have you been this week? What have you been up to?
Just working really.
Anything
Customizing.
interesting going on?
I was painting today.
Okay. Like when you say painting, on a
Shoes,
shoe? Or,
yeah,
okay.
I was doing a anime custom. Okay. I'm not really into anime, so I don't know what the character's name was I was doing.
Whatever it is, you're missing out.
Funny enough, like I was gonna ask you this much later, but since you brought it up now,
yeah,
I noticed that a lot of your customs were anime inspired or related, and you did really well to capture the details of the characters. That comes from, I guess, the nature of your skill.
Right.
But I was like, oh, so like, are you anime inclined?
No.
So where'd that come from?
Imposter! I'm joking.
To be fair, I like Studio Ghibli.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's as far as
enough.
it goes, though.
I think Bolu's the anime guy here. I didn't even know. To me, you said studio gibberish. Like
It's like Marvel.
Oh,
You're saying,
okay.
Yeah, like Marvel as a.
That's as far as it goes for me, but I think it just started where someone asked me for an anime custom,
Right.
and then I did one, and then someone else said, "Can you do this one?"
Oh, fair.
Right.
So yeah, I've done a lot of Dragon Ball Z and
Fair enough.
Naruto, and I know what they're called now, but
Right. But before it was just like,
yeah,
somebody's asking for something, you go do your research.
Google, yeah,
Right, well, I can paint that.
yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Sometimes I'll actually watch it whilst I do it,
Oh yeah.
but not any of the
Immersive.
anime. Yeah.
Oh, so you can like capture it. Okay, so you really understand.
Yeah. Like I did a Star Wars custom. I've even forgot her name. Who I did.
Okay.
Princess
Do you
Leia?
watch Star Wars? Are you familiar with it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's loads.
It's a
What's the-
woman who wasn't really in the films.
What colour skin?
She's like brown skin, but she has like white.
Ahsoka.
Yes, I did her.
Jeez.
That's why I had to start with what colour skin, because that crosses out so many people.
But I watched all the films whilst I did that custom on a pair of skates on roller skates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
I
she
think I saw
hardly
that.
showed up.
Yeah,
in it.
she's not in any of the films.
Right.
She's in the TV shows though.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I figured that out after I'd done the custom, and then I was like, I'm not watching it now.
Dude, the two big braids
Yeah.
with the white in her hair.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
white.
Green lightsaber.
Yeah, two.
Yeah,
Dual
yeah.
wield.
Dual wielding.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so dumb. But apart from that, what have you been up to this week? Where have you been? Because I saw last week you were in Paris.
Yeah, I was in Paris. Not last week, the week before.
Oh, right, okay.
I was doing like some custom kind of activation.
Okay.
At, do you know Snipes?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the Nike DN8.
File.
Yeah.
How'd you find it?
It was fun. It was a bit boring.
Okay.
How, so like, you felt like you didn't get to experiment as much, or?
Yeah, there wasn't. Basically, what I was doing was, if somebody bought a pair of the DN8s in that store, I could then offer them different laces, or they had debris and aglets and stuff.
Okay.
AGLET.
But where the store was, there wasn't much foot traffic,
Okay.
and there wasn't much
as much hype around the shoe.
Or
or the activation.
Right.
So
Fair
I
enough.
don't think many people knew that it was happening. So I didn't do much, but it was okay.
What's your thoughts on the DNA?
I like them. I don't have a pair, so I don't know if they're comfortable or anything. But
Fairs.
Would you like, if you had to, would you invest in a pair?
what do you mean if I had to?
Yeah.
Like, sorry, not if you had
You had to. It's kind of
If you
coded.
had to, it's like, I mean,
This sounds like
also,
an ad.
Are you willing to try
Part
out
of
the pair
cash.
and see what it's like?
Yeah, of course.
Fair.
I'm inclined to try any, to be honest.
Fair. And what do you think about the previous DN?
Well, I do like those ones. I haven't got those either.
Fairs.
So speaking of that, where did your footwear journey start? Or what shoes did you like grow up enjoying? Because looking at your Instagram and your TikTok, you do a lot. You do so many different ones.
I do. Do you mean like where did my love for it? Or
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
actual
you like your original love before customizing.
Right. I think I've just originally I'm from Nottingham, and
I'm gonna get into that.
yeah, it there wasn't much of a like sneaker demand there,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
but people would wear cool shoes from where I grew up. Like
Okay.
I grew up in a council
Okay.
house,
Mm.
and people would always. I feel like people from those type of areas, they do care about
Footwear.
their shoes. Yeah. So they'd always have like TNs and stuff like that. So I think I've always been interested in footwear, but it like, what's the word? Like,
Materialized or blossomed.
yeah, when I started working at Foot Asylum in
Okay.
Nottingham.
Oh, retail background. Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
I started off in JD.
Right.
Bolu was, I said Bolu. Bolu was in shoe
Kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Michael was in
Office.
office.
And Offspring.
Yeah.
And then Power.
Yeah.
Is that how it all started for you guys?
Kind of, yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
The
like-
offspring, the offspring, the stockroom is literally chatting rubbish
Yeah.
in a stockroom, and we
Yeah.
decided to
And all the conversations that happen within it. Like,
conceptualize
could
Oh,
be
it,
yeah,
around
that
products,
makes
could be around
sense.
people, could be around like what's going on.
so we
Yeah.
can go on a random tangent and talk about
Right.
like your accent, and then it's
Okay.
like
yeah.
we would have those type of conversations.
Yeah.
But
But-
yeah, that's where it kind of started. I never was able to afford shoes per se until I started working there, and then I'd get discount on top of that. So
Do you remember like the first shoe you bought when you had money to buy shoes?
Silver Bullets.
Really?
Not the first shoe. The first like hype. kind
Yeah,
of shoe.
yeah.
Silver Bullets.
Fair enough.
In
Interesting.
2017, I think it was. They
Yeah,
did.
yeah, yeah.
2017, and there was like I remember when they first came out, they were really limited, and then they
Yeah.
just started pumping them out, and then the gold bullets as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that time very vividly.
Good time that.
So back a little bit more, because obviously that's your first hyped one.
Yeah.
But do you remember like the first like just standard crepe you bought before that?
I feel
not
like
down to
I was
colour, but,
lucky
like-
that my mum and dad also had a nice taste in
Okay,
footwear too. So
okay.
primary school, Reebok Classics.
Nice.
Fairs.
What else? In secondary school, I wore black Air Forces or all black Air Max 90s.
Was that
My
the kind
school
of time you
uniform
were-
wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
They were very strict on the school uniform at my school.
Fair.
Yeah, and I think when maybe for a birthday, my mum took me to JD to get a pair of shoes, and I got some Dunks, but not the fat tongue, the actual skater Dunks.
Oh, yeah,
they were just
yeah,
the
yeah.
like standard ones,
Okay.
Yeah.
and they were like paint and pink, blue, yellow. I think that's it, pink, blue, and
Oh,
yellow.
wow.
Fair.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a vibrant
And purple.
sort of summery
Okay.
colour kind
Yeah, they were really nice. And then I got them and I put them on straight away. And then I bumped into my best friend from school, and she had them too. And I was
so
like,
you're not-
that's why I wanted them, because she had them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're same, like you don't mind people wearing the same shoes as you, or you're like,
Depends where I am. Depends the setting.
Fair.
Yeah.
Do
That makes
you
sense.
feel like school in Nottingham was different in terms of like, do you feel like you were around a lot of people that were like you? Was like,
At school, I kind of felt like I was a bit different from everyone else. In Nottingham, it's a lot slower, and I feel like a lot of people have the same kind of mindset as graduate school, go to college or go to uni, then settle down and have kids. But I wanted to leave Nottingham.
so when did you leave?
2019.
Like literally
Okay.
straight after you finished sixth form or?
Yeah.
and you came to uni in London.
I did footwear design at UAL. Yeah. And then I was like, I
Mm.
ain't going back.
So you said, wait, what, 2019?
Yeah.
But had you started customizing shoes before then?
Yeah, way before. I started customizing shoes when I was 16.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the first
Why?
pair you did?
Sorry, go on.
The first pair I did was I had Adidas Superstars,
Right.
and my friend had Adidas Superstars too.
Ooh.
And we was going to a
I'm a
party
Superstar
that
hater.
night.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do like an army custom. Shall we both have like army custom shoes? Bear in mind, we was going out that night, so I wanted pink army custom,
Right.
and she wanted grey army custom. So I did both on that day.
Before the meeting.
Not with sneaker paint, it was with just normal acrylic paint. So
Oh.
you're not supposed to paint shoes
Right.
with those, because it would just crack off.
Yeah.
But I just did those, and then we both went to the party, and now
How was
army
the
custom.
Did the fit go off with the shoes?
If you ask me now, no. But back then, yeah.
Right.
Back then, he was really. I'm about to fuck him up.
Hey, they don't even know what I got right. This is made by me.
Standing in a corner like, they don't know I got my shoes.
Literally.
Like, what led you to start that custom? Was that like just a matter of like just wanting to do something different, or?
No, I come from a very creative family,
Okay.
and I was always just left to my own devices. So I had a passion for painting and drawing and that kind of stuff. Because I grew up seeing my older sister do drawings all the time, so I just like, I want to be like her. And
Hey.
yeah, I did art at school and stuff. So then I just
What was like? Because I feel like everyone has their modules that they do and that they enjoy. Like, what was something you enjoyed painting in school prior to like just shoes in general?
I like to do like abstract portraits and stuff when
Okay.
I was at school. I did a lot of canvases. God knows where they are now.
Like hyperrealism or like just like
I
mad
tried hyperrealism. It would be objective to say if it was or not. Yeah.
Obviously, you said 2019. You've come to London. What was what was the big difference in coming to London, in terms of like, cool, you've gone to uni, and what made you stay?
What made me stay was the opportunity and what was going on in London. Like, in Nottingham, there's not much going on. They do have like I'm lucky in the fact that they do have like a sort of artistic, cultural. I don't know if you've ever been to Nottingham.
I haven't. No.
Yeah,
I really wanted to go.
Yeah.
Well, during uni, like I was around, but I didn't. Nottingham was the only place that I didn't go to that I actually wanted to go.
Right.
Yeah, I've only went twice. One for
Yeah.
the open day, another one was just vibes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's an area in the city centre called Hockley, and that's very like creative, musically, artistically. There's graffiti everywhere, but that's where my college that I went to was as well.
You've come to London now. What's the first thing you noticed when you got to London?
People don't queue up for the bus.
Oh,
First come,
what,
first
you
serve.
thought we was all gonna stand in an orderly line?
That's
No,
what we
man.
do in Nottingham.
Welcome to the big city.
I know.
Got money to make, bro.
Yeah.
like literally, a London
Everyone's getting
underground.
on the same bus. Why can't we not queue up like civilized people?
Because
Nah,
what
man.
you realise is that the bus driver might be like, all right, I'm at capacity, and they'll close the doors before
Yeah.
everyone's on. And so it's
That's
like,
never happened to me before.
hey,
But then
Oh.
again, there's not that many people in Nottingham, so
No, I mean here.
in here.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I
You're
feel
lucky.
like depends where you're getting on the bus. If you're like going to secondary school, bus drivers do the secondary school route, but they hate secondary school students.
Right.
And I hear it.
Yeah.
Same.
So when you're queuing up for the bus, they'll be like, yo, my bus is full, doors locked. And a student can be like, their bag could be stuck in the door.
Charge
and he's
it.
like, hey, you got to decide what you want to do. Get your bag in or get off.
Yeah.
And then they drive away. So I feel like maybe it's off reflex and also like the business of London and whatnot. People are just like, they haven't got patience.
How would you describe Nottingham compared to London in terms of like the busyness and stuff?
As I said before, it's just very slow. Like if there's nobody really trying to get anywhere for a specific time, it feels like anyway. And for me, my whole life I just walk quite fast, and nobody was walking fast enough.
Right,
it's like
right.
I have to duck and weave through people all the time.
Yeah.
But then also there's the way people are emotionally towards strangers that's different. That I
course,
prefer
yeah.
Nottingham to here.
Yeah, he's very like cutthroat,
Yeah.
very hostile.
Yeah, but Nottingham, everyone's like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Like people you
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, because London's
Good
just like I hear it. The thing is, I hear it because in my head I'm also like, oh, just get out of the way. Like, but it's nice to be nice, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I guess. But that's something that we struggle with. Another thing that I wanted to touch up upon. I've noticed that you have a very different accent to us.
Yeah, that's
I
because
mean,
I'm not.
no, but in terms of like, it's still evident.
Oh.
It's evident that
How I pronunciate.
yeah, how you pronunciate stuff. So I quickly wanted to get into a game.
Oh, whoa! Wait a minute now.
Okay.
So,
Right.
guys, I thought to myself, since we have two different accents here, one clearly insignificant compared to the other, taking a mic. I wanted you. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey! I've got 6 accents,
Oh no.
and I want you guys to blind rank accents.
Blind rank accents. Alright, cool. Okay,
Are you ready?
go on.
I can't lie. You guys might need to think of where you've ranked it. Actually, I'll go back in the video and then I'll do it post.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. First, okay, yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool, I got 6. I wanted to write 7, but I think I forgot. Work was busy. 6 accents, yeah. First one is multicultural London English.
Can you say?
Okay, multicultural London English is like us, like the way that we speak.
When you say blind rank, like for example,
1 to 6. 1 is the accent you like the best, and then 1 is like, and then 6 is like
Okay.
Do you get what I mean?
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
2.
Same.
2,
3.
3.
Yeah.
Actually, no, 7. Yeah, I remember 7. 3. Cool. Remember your thing, because I could.
There's 7 now.
Huh? There's 7.
Okay, yeah, still 2.
Still
Yeah.
2. 3. No, 2, and then 3. Yeah. Cool. Next, Essex.
7. 7.
5.
Yeah,
5.
5.
You basically work in Essex, so it's like
Bro, I work in Canary Wharf, bro.
same thing.
Alright, man.
5. Okay. Bristol.
Oh, dark. 6.
Yeah, 6.
I don't know how they talk.
The Farmers.
Oh.
That was a terrible attempt.
That wasn't a bad attempt.
It was terrible.
What if I said 3 and 5? Bristol, I'd say 6.
The porch is over there.
Is that a Bristol?
That's like
What the actual
when I go and take my sheep down to the cottages.
Are we still talking about the same Bristol
Yeah.
city, bro?
That's hilarious, man.
It's just a bit different.
6.
6.
Sure.
I'm trying, innit?
Bristol, that'll have you 5 for me.
5.
Yeah, I think, yeah. We've done 4, right?
No, 3.
3.
3. Oh,
Ends, Essex, and then Bristol.
Bristol.
oh yeah, 6.
East Midlands. Nottingham.
4.
4.
2.
Have you picked a 1 yet?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
4.
I know my favorite. So if
No, sorry, 5.
5.
Thanks.
I actually only know a handful of people from Nottingham. They're not enough to move the needle.
Alright, cool. Birmingham, Brum.
Ah,
7.
7, yeah.
7. It's a good
Bro,
accent
I'm not
there,
putting
man.
it 1.
3.
Yeah, because Michael went to uni in Birmingham, so
Yeah.
he's accustomed.
Pick
Yeah,
up the Brummies
3.
in it, but yeah, 7.
But what was above that? Ooh.
You've got 2 left. Bear in mind, you've got 2 left.
Okay. I've got 4 and 1.
You've got 2 left.
Yeah, I've got
3
4.
and-
I have 4 and 1
I
left
have
as well.
3 and 1. Okay.
Damn, what's number 1?
Okay.
That's a good accent though.
Yeah, maybe I should have put Brum at 3.
Ah, damn, I actually missed that one. I was going to add 1 more. Should I add 1 more?
What, to make it 8?
Yeah.
Kind of unfair
Yeah,
now.
Okay,
you're
cool.
gonna-
That's
yeah,
fine.
excuse me.
Okay, I'm going to miss out one. Scouse.
3. I'm calm with that.
Oh no, 4.
I'm calm with that.
That should be lower too.
I can't like in an ideal
It's
world,
blind ranking.
I'd replace Brum and Scouse, but you know,
Oh wow.
Really?
because bro, I put Brum at number 7,
Oh,
and Scouse at number 3.
Scouse isn't bad.
No, I
Yeah, I'm
like
just
it.
saying,
I like a
that's-
Scouse.
But I
that's
don't
what
know-
Yeah.
I don't know if I like
I
it.
want to
enough
open a
for-
can of Coke.
That's number 3 for me.
Open a can of Coke.
I'm not confirmed that. I'm scared at what the last option
Yeah, I
is.
was saying
Yeah, because now this last one's number 1.
Get the chopper, lad. Get the chopper, lad. You know, like.
Right there, stop it right there.
Alright, cool. And the last one. Mane.
Oh, that's a fair
That's
one.
fine.
That's
That's
alright.
calm.
I can
That's
live
one.
with Manny at 1.
That's one,
I'm okay with that.
I
I'm okay with
guess.
Manny at
I'm
1.
okay with that.
Why did I feel like the Manny accent is actually not that bad. I was going to include Geordie and I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no, that would have been low.
That's okay. You could,
Geordie's comical, but I don't think day to day I could enjoy somebody speaking in pure Geordie to me
Yeah.
the whole day.
I
I feel like that's a lot.
my ears would just be stressed.
I feel like that's a lot.
For me,
Sorry, Reese. Apologies, brother.
for me, is Scouse and Dutch similar in terms of. Sorry, is that rude? Like Scouse is like kind of, and Dutch is like.
I hear you though. I hear you. I actually hear you.
You
You know, yeah.
I'm not
If-
lying.
You're
Sorry,
not,
this
but
is
like-
this was off the cuff. I hope like
Random, but
this is right now. I'm substitute teacher vibes.
Right.
Like
if the Dutch learned English and not like American English, I feel like they'd have a Scouse accent.
but I like Dutch English accents.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
because they're American English.
I really like the tonation. It's like, oh, that's something to me.
No, I feel like Dutch accents, like, they're close to like I get what you're saying in the fact that if they learn British English as opposed to American English, it'll be different. But I feel like because it sounds like they're trying to be English of sorts in certain parts, where like certain words they use are just English words, and other words are like Dutch, and it's like, what are you trying to be?
Be you.
Like, what? Like, there has to be a Dutch word for the word you just said in English. Why are you not using that word? I have a problem with that.
Alright, cool. What did everyone put as their number 7? Quickly.
Number 7 was
Brum.
Bram.
what was the second one you said?
Oh,
Essex.
Yes, Essex was 7.
is it? Oh.
Essex was 7. That's not moving. Yeah.
Why?
Ugh.
Why is it?
Bro, the first person I think of when you say Essex is who?
Joey.
All right then.
Oh,
Joey Essex
I was
doesn't
gonna
have a
go
bad
with
accent,
Gemma Collins, but Fairs.
Gemma Collins
Nah,
is
Gemma's
funny,
classic, bro.
Yeah.
but no. I first thought of Joey. Yeah, nah.
You don't like?
Nope.
And what's wrong with Brum?
You know, yeah, it was the lesser of two evils. Well,
Brum's
it was,
great,
it was
so-
a higher of two evils, brother.
Brum is decent.
I was never gonna put 3 though.
That breathe in and out.
That
Judgment.
That's
Man,
dark,
do you know
bro.
what's funny? People always assume I'm from Birmingham,
I feel like that's like
so it might
Maybe
be
it's just
lack
the
of
Midlands.
exposure.
I feel like that's just Midlands. Like
Yeah.
you have a
Yeah.
Midlands accent.
I don't think I sound like I'm from Birmingham.
no, you don't.
Nah.
I
You're-
think people just connect. Oh, it's Midlands, but
Yeah,
it must be
yeah,
Brum.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I feel like your like accent, it's there, but it's like a little more
it's not.
mellow. It's not
Yeah,
like,
mine's not that strong.
You've been
Yeah.
washed out.
I could talk
The London has washed you
like
out a bit.
proper Nottingham, but
do it.
Do that for the rest of the pod.
I have to think. Wait.
But is it one of those ones? I feel like I
Alright,
get it.
Doc.
Huh?
How you doing, Doc?
Oh my days. Oh, you say duck, Birmingham say bab.
Yeah.
Duck.
Dark,
You're
as in
right,
quack
Madok.
quack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
was the
let's,
dark?
let's
Like, you go to the
let's-
shop and they'll
let's-
like that's how they'll greet you.
Let's not
Duck.
have. Let's
Yeah.
not continue that.
and me quack quack.
But I feel like when you go home, or it's like I have this thing where when you're speaking to people like of your family, it's like you just click, the accent just clicks in.
No,
Do you
I
not
don't
find
think
that?
I do because my mum doesn't really speak
Okay.
quite Nottingham-ish.
Okay.
Where's your mum from?
Nice.
Nottingham.
No, I
Oh,
say like,
fair, fair.
She's just well spoken, so I
Okay.
don't think. But my grandma, however, she is very. You're right,
Right.
Doug.
Fair.
Yeah. Get
What
it
about-
down, you Doug.
what?
Get it like if you're drinking something.
No, yeah, but
get it
what-
down, you Doug.
Get it down your door.
Get it down, you Doug.
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard such a thing. We've had Welsh people, and now we've had not. Yeah, that's crazy.
I was gonna ask in terms of like your heritage, like obviously you're from Nottingham, but like what are your origins?
My mum's English, white. My dad's Jamaican,
Okay.
but he's also born in Nottingham.
Okay.
But I was actually born in Southgate.
Oh.
Yeah,
Southgate, as in like.
North London.
Oh.
Okay. So you just came back to
Sorry.
What's wrong with that?
We're from South London, so the slander is strong.
So obviously we were speaking briefly about your family, and you mentioned that you come from a very creative family. So was it just your sister then that was creative,
No,
or
like
was
I
it
could
everyone?
list.
So what other like?
My mum, she is a plethora of things.
Okay.
DJ, vinyl DJ.
Oh,
She goes by the name of Sweet Fanny Adams.
Okay.
What else does she do? Buys things from the charity shop and sells them on eBay.
Come on, man. Flips.
She lives on a boat.
Oh, does she?
Oh, my-
Yeah, with her German Shepherd.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's that? I'm thinking of. Is it? It's not Pippa. It's not Pip. It's not Pippa. Is it Pippa?
What are you thinking of right now?
I'm thinking of it.
Oh, look up, look down,
I th-
look
I'm-
all
I-
around.
Yeah, yeah.
It's called Come Outside.
Yes.
that's it.
Okay, we're getting there. So, when we was younger, your mum was on Nick and Disney Pop and all of them.
Can you imagine? What's it like living on a boat? Sorry to cut
No,
your
I
question.
didn't live on
but
the boat. She
That's her
got,
Top Boy vibes.
She got the boat once for you. Had all left.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, so she
Have
could
you
finally
ever,
be
like-
her when you guys
Yeah.
all left.
Have
She's
you
a
ever
proper
like visited her
hippie.
on the boat?
Yes.
What's that like?
It's nice. It's like interesting. Like
Hey, sorry. You know, boats are expensive.
Yeah. Oh.
oh no,
Living
it's not
on
an
a-
expensive boat.
No, but living on like
Still.
is she like based on the canal then?
yeah.
Yeah, living on a canal is expensive, no?
In Nottingham, I don't think so.
Ah, fair enough.
You know what, fair?
You got me there.
In London, it is.
Yeah.
So she can she's portable. Like she can
Yeah, she can just
Wake up
come
and
and
just.
drive.
I said, right, River Thames, yeah.
So
It's River Trent in Nottingham.
River
Or
Trent.
is it Trent?
So did she just like pull up next to the shop, hop out, grab what she needs?
Oh,
and
Michael.
no,
go?
she's hot.
Michael,
Absolutely.
this is not Venice.
She's anchored right now.
Okay, fair,
Yeah.
fair.
That is so cool. I'm sorry, I've never met anybody
Yeah.
his parents live on a boat.
Literally,
Or
the last person I saw was what's my man, Kano.
Sully, yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Top Boy
it's like-
vibes.
Oh, yeah,
Literally, like, I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't think I'll
It's
do
not
that.
a thingy boat like that. What
A
are they
longboat?
called? Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a.
Speedboat.
It kind of looks like one.
What the heck? The window we saw.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not what people expected.
Hey.
Let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Back to back to the creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just my mum.
Yeah.
My dad, he was like more of a construction worker, but they used to both work at a roller rink,
Okay.
Oh.
roller skating, and yeah, he's just.
I feel like you can roller skate.
I can, yeah. I can't do tricks, but
Okay.
I won't fall over.
Fair.
Fairs.
Fair.
Yeah. Who else? My older sister, she's a singer.
Okay.
Wow.
What else?
So
I'm
you-
the youngest of 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And they all have kids, so I have a big family.
Oh, getting back to it. So, university, UAL, footwear design. Why footwear design?
So when I was applying for unis, it was between actual fashion design or footwear design,
Why did you say actual fashion design?
because it's not the same. I looked through both of the like uni courses, and fashion design is obviously more sewing machine based.
Yeah.
I thought more about the skill set.
Okay.
I can learn. I already kind of know how to use a sewing machine, so
Yeah.
I don't know how to make a pair of shoes, so I'd rather do
Right,
that.
right.
And I'm more interested in shoes anyway. So it was between. I actually did apply for sportswear fashion
Okay.
and footwear design, and I ended up picking footwear design
Fair.
in the end. Like before even going to uni, I deconstructed like a Jordan 5
Okay.
Oh.
to see the different compartments, and when I did it, I was like, what? All this
Like, what's
goes
actually
into
in
making
here?
a shoe, like. The sole, the insole, the just everything, sewing all the different panels together. I don't know how to do that, so I'll do footwear design. Yeah.
So now that you know,
Yes. I don't like doing it,
Oh.
So,
honestly.
but you made yourself a pair of shoes.
Not a pair. At uni, we would only do one
the
shoe.
1 foot and the last, innit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
kind of
expensive.
They're expensive, and it's such a long process.
Would you actually make your own shoe?
As in like design or design and make.
Design and make.
I don't enjoy making them whatsoever.
Why?
I feel like it's a very laborious job.
Mm.
And my hands aren't for labor. I'm sorry.
So
This is I'm just a girl.
Yeah,
I feel like you were avoiding saying I'm
just to go, honestly.
So, if you, I guess you enjoy the process of designing and the ideation
Yeah.
side, but you don't like the making.
No.
But would you like bring somebody in to make it for you?
Yeah, that's just like what big footwear
Yeah.
brands do anyway. They
Yeah,
make
yeah.
the designs and then they have a factory to make it for them. Or there'll be so many middlemen, pattern maker, obviously the designer at one end, design team, should I say, person who picks the materials. I enjoy doing everything except making it.
I see.
So would you say with what you're doing now, that's probably one of your goals? To actually go into a
Yeah,
brand and then
definitely.
Wow.
and then
Yeah, be a part of a design team or
cool. So we're gonna bookmark this pod now. The first pod that
Yeah.
she's done after she's super mega star collaborating with whatever brand. People should come back and see this is where it all came from. This is her inspiration.
Have there been any brands where you've seen like them doing what they're doing and you're like, oh, I'd like to like work with them or like help them out or something? Or
I think for me, I'd like to go along the lines of like, I never know how to say her name properly. Aleli.
Aleli May.
Aleli.
Yeah.
Or Vaneda Carter.
Yeah.
Like they don't particularly come from a footwear-based background, but they've found themselves in a place where they have a collaboration with a footwear brand. Me personally, it doesn't have to be sneaker based. The whole time I was at uni, I made heels.
Okay.
So, like,
it could be.
I got range.
This girl's nicking the next red bottoms.
Yeah, literally.
Talk about range though. I think it's time for us to get to what's on foot.
Oh
Sure.
yes. How could I forget?
For sure.
Michael, what are you wearing today?
I am wearing the Puma Skeptoscopes, the lows. Yeah. Earlier today, I was at a Puma event with Inside Tag and Generation Works. So I was like, you know what? Let me respect the occasion to wear a pair of Pumas.
Makes sense.
And then chose to wear these ones because they haven't seen mileage in a while. So yeah, that's what I got on to foot today. Nice iridescent number.
Today I'm wearing Tim's. For those that don't know, which was probably all of you now, but for those that don't know, that's where I first met Latya. So Latya had a event with Offspring and Timberland where she did a custom Timberland making class. Timberland customizing class. So yeah, ideally when I got the thing, cool. So I got the, you can go. I was like, oh yeah. So I'm there and I'm like, I just like plain Timbs, but everyone was customizing and I felt like I had to customize. But I'm really bad at customizing. So I don't know if you guys can see on the on foot, but it's not the best. And I'm glad that the way I've done everything, it hides all of the monstrosity at the top of the Timberland because it's all covered up. Like I'm looking at all of Latya's work on the walls. I'm like, this is very much. This is daunting. Yeah, we're gonna get into one on the table. You're gonna see, like, I have talents, but I don't know where my talent is taking me. But yeah, Latya. Timberland to Timberland.
Yes, Timberland, Vaneda Carter, the
Lovely.
silver.
Lovely.
Do you have other colours as well? Or just
I also have the like green Bottega looking one.
Okay.
Nice. How many colours released? I thought it was only like
brown
3.
and green. I'm not sure if there was a third colour.
Was
Brown.
there a black one?
I thought it was black one. No.
Yeah.
I
I
thought.
haven't seen black.
I thought it was. I swear it's black, silver.
the wheat,
Yeah,
silver.
the wheat and silver.
I haven't actually seen the green one.
I haven't seen the green ones. Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, what? We're
Yeah.
talking about Vaneda Carter ones?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought you meant Timberland's
Oh,
general.
No.
No,
Okay.
I only have these
Fair,
Vaneda
fair.
Carter ones.
What made you go for these? Or what brought them to your attention?
Gifted. But I wanted them, and I asked, and then
Fair.
yeah.
Sometimes
Closed mouths don't get fed. You know.
No, I can't lie. It
It's
makes
real.
sense for them to give it to you. If they didn't, that's marketing gone wrong.
Especially because like it's organic. Like you actually do enjoy her work from a distance, so it's like it makes sense. And who knows? Maybe you'll be occupying, or not maybe you will be occupying those spaces at some point soon.
Yes,
so,
hopefully.
Yeah.
And
What
the
are you
tea-
going for today?
I've got on friend of the show, Lorenzo GM S95s.
Nice.
Yeah, solid.
Lorenzo G, man.
Can't complain.
Hear it, man.
Another
looking.
color designer in himself and
Yeah.
full
I was-
designer.
Very nice.
I saw they're bringing back some OG 95s.
So you had to
I had to get some miles in these before I replace it with the pink
you
ones.
should
bro.
replace it.
Those pink ones are gonna see me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, those pink ones are hard
They
enough.
have to
want
see me.
those.
They have to see
Yeah.
me.
Which one?
They're tidy. The pink MX95.
The pink foams.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Can you put
obviously,
for one, two, you know?
calling a favor.
Huh?
Nike.
Yeah.
And what do we have on the table, Latya?
Oh, this is a custom that I did last year. There's because you told me to bring a shoe with a story. This has the most body to it. Story.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if you've seen my videos. To be fair, I've removed one of them, but basically, I did this custom.
I won't bring you on if you haven't seen it. Don't worry.
I did this custom last year. I made me personally, when I do my like videos, I will buy a shoe. If I have a concept in mind, I'll buy the shoe out of my own money, do the concept, record it, edit it, do all of that myself. And then that video initially did go off. Like, it did have some mean comments, but I'm used to it at this point.
yeah.
I didn't really care. Like, I knew people were going to be like, girl, and I knew some people would be like, oh no, I like them. Anyway.
Art is subjective.
Timberland commented on it. At this point, I hadn't worked with them before, and this was like an initiative to be like, work with me.
Yeah.
Nothing came from it. They commented on it like amazing or whatever, perfect or whatever. I don't know. And then that was it. And then a few months later, it could have been the following year, I was doing some work with FD.
Okay,
I was recording some videos for him, and he had to go to a Timberland in Westfield, the store, to see, because they was doing a activation workshop kind of thing. He didn't know what it was beforehand. I didn't know what it was. I just knew I had to record him. Turned up, there was a shoe there that looked exactly like that they were offering people. If they bought a pair of Timberlands, they were doing that for them. So after that, I was like,
hold on,
that's a bit shiesty.
as soon as me and Fabio walked in, we looked at each other like,
that's crazy.
And it's like the whole, I wasn't supposed to be there. But I feel like it was fate that he asked me to do the videos for him, and I'd seen it, and then it left a bad taste in my mouth. I took some videos of it for my own personal records, and then after that, I think I was just like sitting on it. Like, I didn't know whether to make a video about it. Like, I don't like that kind of confrontation. I don't like seeing drama on TikTok or anything like that. But
at the end of the day, your work is your work, and you worked hard for it.
I sat on it for a few days, but then I did contact the person they booked to do it. To say, like, how come what you're offering to people looks so close to my design? And he replied saying that when they initially contacted him, the pictures of my actual shoe was in the mood board, and they'd asked him to do it. So then that's how I knew they did take the idea. And it was like,
why didn't you just ask me?
Yeah, literally. And this is funny because the guy, I'm not going to say who he is, but he is from Manchester, I believe. The Westfield, I live 20 minutes away from the Westfield they were doing it. So it was just a bit of a kick in the teeth, to be honest. But yeah, I had people telling me not to make a video. I had people telling me to make a video. Luckily, I decided to make the video, and I posted it, and it went viral, and Timberland seen it. And they contacted me saying it was a bit of a misunderstanding. And then I had a meeting with one of the guys at Timberland, and he basically set the record straight. Timberland is a massive corporation.
Of course.
So there's bound to be
some disconnect.
Yeah, and I think there's loads of different, like, Europe, and then there's London, and then there's US. There's, and that I don't think it was the UK that organized that. So I think they might have just searched up Customizers and clicked the first one. I don't know. Right. But yeah, they made it right with me in the end, because I ended up doing a workshop with them.
Wow.
And yeah, now I work closely with Timberland, so I'm lucky it's good that I posted the video, because everyone was telling me not to post the video.
Yeah, real.
And I was like, actually, I'm going to post the video, because it's not fair, to be honest.
Yeah, it teaches you.
I'm a struggling artist, to be honest, if I'm being honest. And then I'm seeing my designs in the Timberland shop and what do I get out?
Real.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's good to actually confront whatever is not going well, because you never know who's behind it, but two, it's like, people need to know that I can't lie, I'm lit. Like, and this is something that I do, and the opportunity would make so much sense. Some things you just have to grab it and run with it. So yeah, I'm glad this has come to fruition.
Yeah, me too.
It's also interesting, like, in terms of your journeys, in terms of social media, because, like, you've grown your socials to a significant amount, and I can't imagine, like, you were like, let's say, like, a small creator at the time that, like, this happened.
Exactly. I think, like, at the time I had maybe 300k on TikTok.
Yeah, now you're like at like 400.
Same.
Like 180 on Insta. Like, the numbers are there to be seen. So it's like, even if they were looking for somebody, like, with numbers, it's not like you failed that category. It's just like somebody did half of the research and not the full extent of research.
Yeah, that's.
And they then both ask questions to be like, oh, like, are you actually available for this?
Yeah, and I think there was loads of moving parts to it as
Yeah,
well. Like
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know who screenshotted the pictures from my Instagram.
Exactly,
I don't know
put it
who
on the deck
made
and
the
then-
mood board. I don't know who
Cropped out your
asked
name
him.
and just
Also
put the
it's
picture.
Also, like for example, like agencies might be like, oh, like cool, we feel like you can do this, and then they'll create the mood board. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is lit, and it's like,
Yeah.
now the screenshot owner is totally different to the person it's being presented
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
and it's all like, a lot of moving
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah.
But a question that people don't ask you a lot, and I feel like people don't ask you a lot, but content has been such a major driver for you in terms of like how you show up in the space and what we see from you day to day. Like, how did you first of all like find out what your style was in the form of content in terms of what was working for you?
It's always been a progression. If you seen the first ever video that I posted, I think I was literally like holding my phone and was like,
Yeah,
I didn't
you
even
start
have a ring-
somewhere.
I didn't even have a ring light or anything. I had no type of lighting.
Right.
I just had the desk in my room, and I was
You just getting
like,
to work.
maybe people would like to see like how I actually do it. I don't know. And at this point, there was no TikTok. There was it was literally just Instagram video. Like you
When
posted it
was-
as a video.
Yeah.
And
Before-
from there, I
before
always had
IGTV.
like, pardon.
Before
Oh
IGTV.
gosh, IGTV.
I
Oh
think
my
I think
days.
there was IGTV.
Yeah, was it before or during?
I think I can't remember.
First. No, go on.
Oh no, it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in Nottingham at the time.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I remember posting some IGTV.
Yeah.
But I was in London when I
When
did
that was gonna
that.
happen.
Yeah.
First. Yeah. But sorry, you were saying.
I think for me, I just always had my cutting mat.
I remember the thing is, I remember seeing TikToks of you back in the day, and all I remember, like closing my eyes, all I can remember is like cutting mat and this funny accent, and all I can remember this cutting mat, and then that's how I knew that this was from you. And normally you would be telling a story or something over the videos.
That's actually funny you say that, because I meet people and they're like. And
But
then I
obviously,
tell them
because
what
your
I
face
do.
is not in it.
Yeah, and I tell them what I do, and they're like, "Oh my god, I've seen you video before."
Yeah.
I think for me it was the cutting mat. I don't know if you've noticed, but with the pattern of the cutting mats, but I have like a range of coloured cutting mats, and I change it to what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
So for that one, I had a pink cutting mat.
Oh, okay.
Or
I remember seeing like an obsidian bluish.
yeah, I've
blackish.
had blue, I've
Yeah.
got black, I've got. What it will either be complementary to the shoe that I'm doing, or it will be a contrast so that you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd always have like my paints and stuff, and
I've got a really random question. How big was the rope Air Force One for you, in terms of that?
How lucrative.
How there was, because there was a time, I don't know if it's still, is it still about
not
like
really.
that?
It's-
I don't
it's
get that.
dwindled
really
off a bit
anymore.
now.
But I remember there was a time where everybody, let me say everybody, a lot of people wanted a rope Air Force One. Would you say that's one of your more coveted, profitable,
Yes,
coveted?
100%. I think that's probably the custom. The custom that's making me the most money, probably. Yeah.
When did you enter the game in that specific?
I think I
if you've had a
first
dip.
did a rope lace custom. I lived in Edgware at the time, so it was like 20. Colby, when did I live in Edgware?
Okay.
2023, or it
Okay.
might have been 2022.
2022, 2023.
Yeah. Someone
Yes.
just asked me, "Can you make them for me?" And I was like, "I'm sure I know how to do it."
Fair.
Because I had my footwear experience at uni, I knew how to make the holes bigger anyway. I just had to buy the tools and the ropes and
Got
do
cracking.
it. Yeah, literally.
Because that rope Air Force, I don't know, was it just in this country or?
I don't know about
No, I
like,
got a lot of orders from America as well.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it?
And Europe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was really big. I don't know if it still is, but it was really big at
No,
a
it's
time.
like,
Yeah.
now it's like dwindled a little bit because, again, I feel like it was like pandemic fallout. People wanted
Yeah.
something new, and it was like the big laces, baggy bottoms. It's like
Yeah.
my Air Forces are there, but they're different to yours.
Yeah, flare
And-
joggers.
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Plates, spatters, everything.
And I feel like there was a
Yeah.
few customers I used to see in the game. There was like I don't know if you guys remember the guy like that. I don't want to say first did like LV shapes, but like a guy called Sh7.
Not
Like
familiar.
he used to do like these LV like cutouts. Then there was like Matt B Customs from Manny, and like there was a couple other people as well that used to like do that. And then when the rope place trend came, I feel like I saw all of them start posting again. I was like, yo, like,
Yeah.
everyone's coming out of the woodwork. And people were selling.
Yeah.
Like, they'll say, oh, like, cool, I've got 10 pairs. In an hour, all 10 pairs are gone. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Moving.
So, I guess, like, what was the most amount of workplace Air Forces you made in the week?
I feel like there was weeks where I'd do like maybe 10 to 20 pairs.
Yeah.
Mine were always made to order, so I feel like
Okay.
people weren't patient enough to wait.
Right.
Like you said, people would snap
Yeah.
them up in an hour.
Literally.
I always made mine to order because I wouldn't buy
Excessive amounts.
and then do the custom, and then I don't want to have stock lying around.
Yeah.
Just in
Because I've
case.
always been renting, or I've had a studio and I don't really have space to have excess amount of shoes.
Boxes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I always made mine to order, and I feel like mine compared to others were on the pricier side, but that's because I'm a perfectionist and I did take extra steps to make sure they were as clean as possible.
I guess that comes from your footwear design background. Like,
Yeah.
like you said, buying the materials. Like, some people might just, like,
They
drill
just
the
would,
shoe.
yeah, they would just use the thing and then leave it.
Literally, and it's like,
I would
when that
drill
starts
it so that it's
threading,
circle.
Yeah.
I would not. Some people would put sellotape on the ends.
Yeah.
I would get shrink
Yeah.
tubing
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that
And
it
like
looks
heat it
like
up.
an actual.
Yeah, I saw some of your videos on
Yeah.
it. I've seen it.
How do you feel like your footwear design background has translated over into your customizing? Because obviously you've been customizing from before, but how do you feel like it's...
I feel like it's broadened my skill set in a way that I can actually alter a shoe if needs be, instead of just painting on top of it. And it's helped me to understand materials better, I guess. Yeah.
What's been your favorite canvas then? Because obviously, like, shoes have different materials.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine, like, how much easier it is painting on, like, for example, a nubuck
Yeah.
compared to, like, a leather. But what like, shoe silhouette?
Uggs.
Uggs.
Really?
Yeah, I
That's your
actually
favorite
enjoyed-
canvas? Wow.
Recently, I actually enjoyed doing Uggs.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I use stencils a lot, and with a stencil, you never know if it's actually going to stick to the surface or not. You know it will stick to leather, but in terms of suede, how long the hair is on the suede or anything, you don't know if it will stick very well. But I was pleasantly surprised how well it stuck, and then how well it sticks will determine how clean it will be when you take it off.
Okay.
So yeah, I liked doing it on the Uggs because it looks kind of like factory afterwards.
I remember seeing a video where you turned the Thunder 4s into Black Cats,
Yeah.
and you got a lot of, like, obviously, you got a lot of stick for it, obviously,
From
because
the purists.
yeah,
Yeah. I don't really care.
Real.
To be honest.
fair enough.
Hey,
The reason why I accept something like that and make the videos, because I know people are going to comment on it, and I know
Yeah.
people are going to be outraged by what I've done. But the more comments I get, the more engagement I get, the more followers I get. Like,
So
the
this
game's
is the
the
hack.
game.
Clickbait.
Rattle the bee's nest.
Go
Yeah,
rattle
rage
them.
bait.
Rage bait,
And
yeah.
then get fairs.
Yeah.
Fairs. I respect
But it's
it.
not really. I've not gone out of my way to get a pair of
Yeah,
Thunders
of
and
course.
make them black. Someone's actually ordered them
think-
from me.
Yeah.
the worst the worst thing I would see if he was to do, like, I don't know, a military blue and he was turning into a black cat.
Well,
that
you're
would,
saying that,
Yeah.
but somebody did that with an SB4 the
I
other
saw,
day.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Turn SB4 into a
The
Black Cat.
It's
SB4
for-
Friends and Family blue pair, they sprayed it down.
Oh no, I
Black
seen
ink.
it.
yeah, with black
That was 100% rage bait. Though.
Yeah,
I-
it was-
It was probably a fake pair. Like,
was-
I don't know
it was
why they would do
horrible.
that.
And Eric Coston commented low under it. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I just want to add my touch.
My
and then he
touch.
did it so, it was like 2 coats of spray
Yeah.
paint.
All around. So I was like,
And it wasn't really that black. It was like black with, we could tell that under was lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, if someone asked me to do that, I'd say no because of the toe is
Okay.
is a new book suede kind of material. The
It's
paint's
wet.
not going to stick, like, it's not going to look black. And that's not what black cats are like anyway. So the only ones I would agree to do is Thunders because
Because
Or
that's
just
white
the plastic
Thunders
bits
or-
that
Yeah.
Are, would need to be changed,
Makes sense.
basically.
Makes
And the
sense.
mesh bit.
I don't, yeah, that yeah.
We've mentioned a lot about what you do in terms of customizations, but you also do, like, a lot in terms of restorations
Yeah.
and, like, bringing life to new shoes. Like,
Yeah.
can you just speak on that and, like, the sustainability side of things?
Yeah, so I actually get more jobs in terms of restoration than I do customization. Obviously, I don't make as much content because it doesn't do as well.
Right.
but behind the scenes I do more restorations and cleaning than customs. With the restoration stuff, obviously with footwear design, as I said before, I've learned a lot about shoes to be able to know how to do it. But I also worked at Sneakers ER in Selfridges, where they do restorations and cleaning.
The one opposite Offspring.
Yeah. I worked there 2022 to 2023, I think. There's two owners of Sneakers ER, one that does like the business side and one that knows how to do the jobs.
Right.
And he basically taught me how to do a lot of restoration stuff.
File.
So shout out him, Rob from Sneakers ER. I love Rob so much. So he taught me how to do a lot of stuff. And there's another guy there called Matt.
Okay.
And he does customs and stuff as well. So they basically taught me how to do it. And then
So restorations.
I left and started doing it myself.
Fair. Hey man, you got to learn the tools and make it work.
So that's all like back tabs and those type of stuff. Okay.
I don't know, not back tabs.
Okay.
It was more like midsole repaints, upper repaints, cleaning.
I might have a job for you.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Do you find it like more valuable in terms of like being able to see an old kind of beat up shoe and like breathe new life into it?
Yes.
Like, how does that feel?
It feels nice to be able to buy beat up Prada cups and restore them, and nobody knows the difference.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Listen, Bolu's going to eBay and buying 4 or 5 pairs.
Grab the cheapest one I could find. Bitten by my dog. No worries, she got that.
But yeah, I do. I'm always looking at people's shoes. Like if I'm on the train and stuff, I'll be looking like, oh, you need a clean, or you need a midsole repaint.
Would you go up to someone and say that? I can't lie. I can help you out.
Before.
Oh, have you?
I think at the time I had my business card, so I was like,
oh, okay.
Hey, tap and leave.
yeah.
Slip
But
it
no,
over.
not really.
I feel like that would bang as content though.
Yeah.
This is a free idea.
Just
I
go to
don't
people
think
that-
I'm interactive, like forward facing the public kind
Right.
of content creator. I
Okay,
feel like
fair.
I just prefer to do my pretty paintings.
Right.
And that's it.
right. Out of the way.
Yeah.
I feel you.
It's okay. You can hire a model
That's
to go around
true.
and just pass your cards around. Be like, go. They have to do it like really disrespectfully. Like walk up to someone, stop them, look at their shoe. You just give them a card and then
You
walk
need that.
away.
You need that more than me.
You need that more than me.
You need
You
that
need that
more
more
than
than
me. It's crazy. That is so disrespectful.
So, obviously, you went to study footwear design, and you have spent your time like learning the skills and learning the trade.
So
But-
that's a funny story too.
Go
on. So I obviously went to uni in 2019. Coming into the second year, that's when COVID's happened.
Yeah.
I actually did very well in my first year, even to the point where I got given a grant
Okay.
to help me do the best I could do. Because I was I had the highest loan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So they gave, because
yeah.
UAL is not cheap,
Yeah.
like for materials and stuff. Like if you want
And
to
it's
do
in London as well.
yeah, if you want to do like what's it called, laser etching on material or stuff like that, you have to pay for it.
Fact.
Ah,
I couldn't afford to do all that
Nice.
stuff, so I couldn't do the best I could do in my projects.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened, and then I wasn't at uni anyway, and I think from there it just kind of like I fell out of the uni kind of.
Okay. Like the want for it.
Yeah,
Nice.
and even the fact that it's in London, like I'm not on a campus, I wasn't in accommodation, and I wasn't learning anything really, so I kind of like fell off.
Okay.
And I started posting on TikTok at the same time, and I got so many orders from a TikTok that kind of like my first TikTok that went viral. I got so many orders from it, so I was focusing on that over my uni work,
Fair.
and I like flopped my second year.
um,
So then I redid it, and then I flopped again, and
Oh,
I got
no.
kicked out.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it is it's like a blessing in disguise
Yeah,
because it's
100%.
like
Would you go back though?
If I was offered like a free ride, then yeah. I'm not. If I'm getting it more dead, then no.
Fair. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Like, who knows?
okay.
Maybe you'll do a lecture there one day and you'll be like, yeah, I got kicked
To
out
be
of
fair,
this
if they
uni.
ever reached out to me and said, "Oh, do you want to do a lecture as an alumni?" I'd say I need to finish my
Finish my
degree
course
first.
first. You gonna help me do that?
Do you want to
Yeah,
give me an honorary?
literally.
That's the thing. Just gotta ask for an honorary degree, innit?
Yeah.
What's an honorary degree?
Bro, they.
It's like what the celebrities
It
do.
is
Oh,
one of the
when
fake-
Tima Savage goes
yes,
to.
yes. It's one of the fakest, like
Oh.
that is a conspiracy in itself. The fact that they'll give random people who aren't at the uni an honorary degree.
Doesn't Kim Kardashian have like an honorary
Yeah.
law degree?
Yeah, law degree.
Like-
yeah.
Oh, she
But
just.
she actually studied though, apparently. Allegedly.
Yeah, I'm not around.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe she
like,
watched
her
Suits.
personal
Who
business.
knows?
You say maybe she watched Suits. Alright, man.
Yeah, did she not? I thought Kim Kardashian did a degree to try and help free
Yep.
people from prison.
Yeah.
She did well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Free the guys.
Did she actually free them?
Yeah, a couple
Oh.
guys are free.
Yeah, I think she did.
Fair.
Couple guys are free.
It was during the Trump administration.
Yeah.
And that was the same one that they freed ASAP Rock. No.
No, that was
No,
this year.
A$AP Rocky was an international case. So she didn't actually have jurisdiction over it. But she was like, he needs to be freed. He shouldn't be kept.
Yeah, celebrities get away with a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will be me.
Hey, man. Make it happen.
I mean,
Just need a couple more 100,000.
Yeah, literally.
what shoe or what brand right now are you really interested in terms of footwear design and like, or would you like to do a silhouette for, or silhouette do you like, if that makes sense?
I feel like I'm like inclined to any. Like I like all brands. I like almost all silhouettes. It depends
On
honestly.
how like your art translates over.
Yeah. Probably Nike, to be honest. I feel that's where like kind of my love for sneakers started.
Because obviously you were talking at the jump about the whole DNA and customizing those. That what material is the DNA? Like a ripstock, no? Like
Yeah, something like that.
is how
Looks like more like neoprene plasticky.
Yeah, it's plastic.
Kind of a-
Some poly something.
Yeah.
Cause I was thinking how would how would you custom on a shoe like that in terms of the material, and how would that type of material stick, or how does that?
That's a good question. 'Cause I've actually not tried before, but if I was to approach it, I would use an airbrush.
Makes
That's
sense.
like my
Security.
number one tool to use.
Okay, because I've seen you use airbrushes a lot.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
yeah, literally.
Because obviously, like, for the people that don't know you, first of all, get to know.
Yeah.
But also, like, you do shoes, you also do bags.
You do nails.
Do you do like
Yes.
your airbrush? Is it airbrushing that you do on bags, or is it painting like acrylics? Like acrylic
If
painting?
it's a painting, it depends. It depends on the design. Like today, the anime, it was by hand. But if it was something that needed a gradient, like I don't know, was it the Telfar you seen?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I saw the LV one actually.
Oh, was that anime too?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been by hand.
Fair.
If it was like a gradient sort of, that would be by airbrush.
Are you good at drawing?
Yes.
No. It's you.
No. Are you good at drawing? Because a lot of people who do art would say that
draw.
they're not necessarily they can't draw.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot
But-
of people paint that. Say,
I
But
can
they
draw.
can paint like a motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
give me a paintbrush. Oh, I'm good. A pencil.
yeah.
Paintbrush or airbrush would be my
Your go-to weapon of choice.
but I can I started with pencils and pens. So.
Fair enough.
I drew a portrait of Fabio actually, and
Okay.
he was like, I didn't know you could draw, and I was like, what do you mean you don't know I could draw?
Go Bolu.
But,
How do you think I got here?
You freak this thing? No.
so obviously you said that you've done nails, bags, and shoes. What item would you want to customize that you haven't done yet?
Maybe like a suitcase, like
okay,
a Rimowa.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
All right. Put the word
I
out.
was watching.
Yeah,
Hey.
out there, dog.
hey Ramon, we've got your
We
new
got something loaded for you.
creative director right here. Okay, suitcases.
Anything
Okay.
else?
But what like further than like a suitcase?
Like a sofa.
bigger.
What yard?
Aeroplane.
Yeah, like would you do that?
No, I was gonna say a car, but fairs.
Yeah, I would if I knew how to do it.
Fair.
What's one of the misconceptions about customizing or restoring?
The
that you-
time.
In terms of what sense?
People think it's quick,
Yeah.
but it's a process. Depending on what it is, obviously, but
So like a Tim, how long would you say a Tim would take?
like that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been too long because it was literally just the
Yeah.
ankle support and the
Yeah.
logo.
Mm.
But
That anime.
the anime one that I was doing today, I literally only did the character and I've still not finished it, and that's taken me over 6 hours today, and I'm not close to finished. So if it's actual hand painted like drawing of a character or something that has to be exactly the same, then it will be quite
A
long.
while.
Yeah, a few days.
Damn. Because obviously your work speaks for itself. It's highly detailed. I think to myself, how long does this? To be honest, even the shoes at the workshop,
Yeah.
like other people were doing it. Obviously, other people look so much better than mine. But it was like we were running out of time
Yeah.
because of how intricate like some of the details were and how much
Yeah.
some people were doing. And I was like, wow, like
That's one thing I would want to stress if I was to do more workshops. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect because,
You're going for a speed run right now.
yeah, it's like it's a speed run, and you're not supposed to have beautiful, detailed, eloquent designs on the shoe. Like, abstract looks cool too. Like
True,
anything
true.
that looks, but you can say it's abstract. Like it's abstract star. I don't know.
thanks.
You know, I've always had a question.
Go on.
The star at the bottom. Yeah.
Go on.
That foot. Is it not that foot, right?
I don't know what foot it is. There's the stars on either feet, on both feet.
You see how the star isn't properly on the shoe?
Listen,
Was that the first time I saw it, yeah, I was like, is this guy trying to be artistic?
no.
No,
Do
but
you know what?
not
It,
yet.
The start off.
See, you don't
but,
know.
But that's the thing. I know this guy, bro.
number one bullshit guy.
I was like, there's no way unless someone told him, oh, you know what, slant it a bit offset it out a little bit.
Literally,
Hey.
I'm gonna give you the analogy. You guys, if you close your eyes and think of it, Lil Durk and what do you call it?
Where you going with this?
Not Lil
I'm
Durk.
scared.
Yeah, Lil Durk and what's the name of the slime?
What, Young Thug?
Young Thug. Is it Young Thug and Lil Durk
I don't know.
in the studio?
Oh, yeah.
So I gave Latya the shoe, and then she started paying, and I was just looking at her because I didn't know what to do.
Right there, yeah.
I didn't know what to do, and other people were like, "Raw, you know what you should do, yeah?" There was one guy, I don't know his name, but I hope you know who I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what you should do? That will look cold. I think you should slant it a bit, you know.
So you had creative direction.
I had creative direction from everybody because everybody was looking at my thing like, this boy needs help.
I was gonna walk out and plane to him.
Literally.
Careful.
So that's how mine came about. Obviously, you've done a workshop now. What is next for Latya?
I feel like that workshop, it was with Timberland and Offspring. I wanted like actually curate my own workshops. I've been looking into like spaces to do it.
Okay.
How much it would cost. I think the first few times I want it to be like free, where I actually invite people to come to like see how it needs to be run, and like so that people can like be like, oh, I did this at Latya's. So but also get a bit of people talking about it. I guess.
Of course.
Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of the next step. Or also, I think I want to scale up like the actual cleaning side of things. Have actual cleaning business that's under the name Latya's Art. That is kind of separate. And I want my own paints.
Okay.
Yeah, I want my own
Like
product.
Angelus, but you also have your own. Oh, cold. Yeah.
Because people ask me all the time. If you go through my videos and look through the comments, oh, what paint is that? What paintbrush is that? What airbrush is that? What? I'll make my
Might as well have my own.
Yeah.
Quick
like-
Conglomerate.
Quickly, how is it hard or easy getting exact paint color match?
For me, no.
Jeez. That's why you pay the price.
One of
But-
ones.
when I was like actually learning how to
Mix.
do it,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. I feel like it is a skill and it's an actual talent as well. So some people just can't do it. Because I know people that do the same job as me, restoration and stuff. They would message me and say, "Can you mix this paint for me?"
Oh wow.
Because they couldn't get the color quite right.
Man,
but I think
there's-
it's a deeper knowledge of knowing like the color wheel and
Of course, yeah.
know it, like looking at a color and knowing what colors need to go into it.
Mm-mm.
I can give you an example. So cement 4s, the grey, it needs a bit of red in it to get the right grey, which some people would just assume is black and white.
Black
You're
and
not gonna
white.
get the color if you just
Yeah.
put black and
Yeah,
white.
it needs to be like a bit of a offset of
Yeah,
sorts.
yeah.
Have you seen them people on TikTok or Insta where it's like they have a color and then they'll just like throw or they'll be like
The old Asian guy.
Yeah, they're just
so
pour.
there's two, the old age guy that does that, and then there's the one that's like he saw the color and he's like there looks like a little bit of this in it, the reference code is sign,
Oh, I've
and it was the
seen
right
that.
code.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, my head was spinning. I was
That's
like,
Yeah.
crazy.
how are you able to different? How are you able to get the code just like
Because my
that?
thing is, right, if I add a bit too much white, I fuck it all up. like, I have white and I add a bit too much, and that pink is looking like it's not even a pink anymore.
You
It's
can
too-
always come back from too much white though.
Okay.
If you put too much black, however, it's
Then it's different
done.
ball game.
it's
That's
yeah.
it.
For you.
Oh.
In terms of like shoes, because where you can restore your own shoes, you can basically have an infinite money glitch where you don't have to buy a new pair of shoes again unless the sole goes away.
Right.
Do you find yourself still often like going to buy or like get new shoes?
It's all gifted.
Yes, I do, but that's not because my shoes are necessarily falling apart. It's just because I want the shoe
Something
that
new.
I'm buying. Yeah, and I rotate my shoes quite often, so none of my shoes are ever like beat down.
So what have you picked up recently?
I've actually been buying high heels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any particular brands?
I went to a vintage market on
Okay.
Saturday and I got some Acne Studio heels, which were very nice. Yeah. And before that, I got some Tabbies.
Oh, okay.
Fair.
I'm expanding like the actual silhouettes that I've got rather than different
Just
trainers.
colorways and
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Time to refine the palette a little bit.
Exactly. I'm getting
Yeah,
older
yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm getting on a bit.
Please don't do that. We are all the same age. We are all the same
We're
age.
age mates.
We are literally all age mates.
Gotta be
Do
a
not
bit more
remind me.
mature.
You're looking at more like workspaces and workshops. What is the big goal for Latya's art?
I want to have an actual shop
Okay.
in central London somewhere where people can come in. Maybe I have customs on the wall that people can buy, or
Okay.
they just bring in their shoes to get restored or cleaned or whatever, and I have my own products, and then I'll have a space where I do my workshops and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I want to have branches because it would be hard to manage the quality of
Kind of dilutes the product a little bit.
especially in that field where there's not many, like there's not loads of people that know how to do it. Like it would be have to be like trained and stuff. Like how I worked at Sneaker CR, they had to
Of
train
course.
me.
Yeah.
So I just want a big shop where I do everything basically and have my products.
You
And
have your paint,
maybe
you have
I think my
your-
products they can be in different stores or whatever.
Yeah. Like the way I'm envisioning it now, it's like cool. You have your one space where it's like cool. You get reservations for like customizations. You have your reservations for cleaning.
Yeah.
People leave their shoes, come back a few days later, like almost like a laundry.
Yeah,
Laundromat
literally.
sort of vibe. And then
The flagship.
yeah,
And then product in JD.
and product in like a JD.
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
like
literally.
Yeah.
building the franchise.
This should be the
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah, this is
Hey,
the
you know what I'm saying?
picture.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, honestly.
Lovely.
Put it behind the paywall.
I wouldn't
Can
mind
imagine.
having different cleaning branches.
Okay.
but
Okay.
More the restoration and customization
That's
stuff.
what you've really fallen in love with.
I feel like you have to be precious about it because it's like
Yeah, you don't want the quality.
It's representative of yourself and your
Yeah.
brand and like your name's on it. So ultimately,
Literally.
it's bang.
Was that why you're very picky in terms of what you put out and very meticulous in terms of your time and
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
what you do?
literally.
Cool.
Random question
Go
before
on.
we start wrapping up. What inspired your hand tats?
I just felt like it.
Fair.
Dunno.
Did you draw them yourself or like
No.
you just got them done?
Michael's expecting a long like. Ooh,
Yeah.
when I
I
was.
thought that was some Lord Sweet.
there was
When I was
Something.
16 and lights and
Well, I went to Spain and I was like, you know what? Let me get a tattoo matching my friend.
Yeah, no, I just was like, oh, I wouldn't mind a red star.
Fair.
I feel like I'm thinking more of the big picture of them all together rather than what each one means, because none of them mean anything.
Oh.
I just
I'll
like
just use the other
flowers,
two
so I
you
got
have.
flowers.
Oh, okay.
I just like that was, I got that when I was 18, but
Fair.
Yes.
butterflies are cute, so I got a butterfly. Stars are cute, so I got a star.
Fair.
You know,
Are they like your only ones?
I have a spider web on my ankle as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Any rule? Any reason?
Looks cool.
fair enough.
You know what? Sometimes that's actually enough. It doesn't need to be deeper than that.
I
It
feel
looks
like
hard.
tattoos doesn't have to mean anything really
Mm.
to have them. Me personally.
Fair enough.
But I don't have anything like any script or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
so
yeah.
mine are just symbols really.
Fair.
I said Chinese
Yeah.
thingies,
Fish and chips
Roman
and Chinese.
numerals.
No, it reminds.
She came here and she was dumb.
But the hand tats remind me. You see when people are like, oh, if I win the lottery, like I won't say it, but there'll be signs. For me,
Right.
when my hands are fully tatted up, just now.
You get hand tats.
Yes. What do you mean? The only reason why I haven't is because I have bills to pay, bro.
I cannot imagine him with
Bro,
like where and what.
Along my thing, the back of my fingers, all across.
I've
and
heard
then
that they fade
side-
away like relatively quick.
I'd have enough
Brother,
money
do you
to
know
re
what
up.
skin color you
Fair.
are?
I'd re up.
Yeah.
And again,
You just
I know
need
this
to
gonna
get
hurt
gone
though.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah.
They also hurt a lot, from what I've heard.
bro. If I've done it before, I could do it again.
Fair.
This
What
one did hurt.
what are you getting tired? I'm so intrigued
know.
by this. Sorry.
Love
You know,
hate.
all right, cool. You know,
Yin and yang.
LOVE
at first, yeah.
J.
Imagine.
At first, the whole inspiration about me getting a hand. This is mad. This is a mad tangent. I'm sorry. We're
okay.
going here. I watch anime a lot in it. There's an anime called One Piece, and there's a
Okay.
character
Yeah,
called Trafalgar D. Law. He's got hand tats in it, but I'm not gonna get what he got. But the idea of it, will be like, cool. It's cool in it. He's got life and death in it on both one hand.
Right.
Because he's a surgeon. So in his hand, he's got life and death literally in his hands. Deeper.
If my surgeon had that, I would be like, can I get a different surgeon? Please. Death.
I need a new doctor.
Obviously, he's a pirate as well, but you know that's beside the point.
A pirate surgeon.
Beside the point.
Take care of people in the seas.
Besides the
I went
point.
to die from scurvy.
Yeah, but
Surgeon is crazy.
yeah, but that's the whole. I saw. I was like, I want to get life and death, but I'd
Yeah.
get something.
So what?
I
Did you
need
connect
2
to the one
5.
on your forearm?
Nah.
Okay.
I need 2 5-letter words that are just standing on cold.
Pussy wall.
What?
Sorry, I think that's a great way to end it.
What? Alright, man. Alright, cool. Let's last before we end. Latya, what advice would you give somebody who's like starting out their journey either as a creative of sorts or like a customizer? Like, what would you tell them? Like,
I would just say be consistent. I feel like that can translate across so many different things, not even just customizing or painting on shoes or whatever. Literally just be consistent, and as long as you're happy doing it, then you'll continue to create. If you're not happy doing it, then it's not going to translate through your designs or your work. So as long as you're happy, it took me a while to find out what I actually wanted to do. So I know once I have found it, I knew that's what I wanted to do. So if you know you want to do it, then just carry on doing it and document it, because we're in an age of social media.
facts.
Post it. If it gets a few likes, who cares? One of those likes might be someone who can
Timberland ripping off your work.
yeah,
Or give me work.
or then give you work. Yeah,
It's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective.
Life and death.
Yeah.
Right.
They taketh and they giveth.
Right.
I think I might need a Timberland tattoo next.
Get the tree like on your foot.
Yeah. Right on your ankle. Okay, cool. Last bit. we have speaking of customs.
Yes.
What?
Speaking of customs, this is where wrong bit. We have a shoe where all of our guests sign
Oh,
First one.
Yeah.
The
their
stock force
signature,
one.
the Stock Force one.
pressure. Mine has to be the best.
Hey man, find
Hey.
your spot and
Picking
make
it.
it count.
Yeah.
Guess what size it is?
14.
Close.
Higher.
Bolu's close. I see her close.
I will. Honest, hey, the Tim will
16.
end up in your face, bro.
Of course.
It's a-
he has the best spot.
Yeah. We got FD, man.
No, yeah, she already got there. Sorry.
She's like, where am I gonna go?
Where do?
Whose were these? Because these have been worn.
No, they're new.
No, they just lived.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
They've actually not been worn.
They
just
actually
lived.
haven't been worn.
I
in a
grabbed-
bag, in the boot.
Yeah.
They just
Oh.
lived.
They've just oxidized.
Okay.
We've had them for 3 years.
No, literally. This is going in the museum.
This one, you know, she's thought it through wherever she puts it. She's
I
gonna
would
write
like
on
to be like,
on the Dubre.
Whenever people see it, they see it.
yeah. No. Do you not have the other foot?
Yeah, but you know,
It's not time to launch the other
yeah,
just yet.
there's still space.
I feel like it's
Why
still
can't I be the first of the other foot?
She's not happy.
Oh, I'll do here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Latya's air. Ooh,
It's my actual signature.
deeper.
hard.
Mm.
On the hilltop, greedy.
I can't lie, that's a very good. That's
They're always
And the
gonna
fact
see
that no one,
like it
no
looks
one's
like a collab.
Yeah, they're always going to see that. You doubled up. That's greedy. I hear it though. Cold.
Latya's art.
Yeah, they're not missing that heel tab still.
Ooh, imagine it was Latya's
that's
air.
it. You did it, yeah, no, that's cold.
Ooh,
That's his air.
Oh.
Hey, Nike, get on the phone. Get on the phone. We got
You know,
business to do.
you know she wants a Nike. Cool, Michael.
Yeah, man. See, I appreciate you. Appreciate
Honestly.
your time.
Thank you
for
so
having
much.
me.
And thank you for your insight. Like, yeah, I feel like we don't get to speak to people that create from a place of that customization enough.
Yeah.
And they're important to the game in their own way. So yeah, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you talking, sharing your journey.
Yeah.
And yeah, people. Hope you enjoyed today's episode of the podcast. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
And we will see you in the next one. Until then, adios.
Yeah.
Bye.